And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Deese.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Crispy, Nate, Breakmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You guys help us make a better show for everyone, and we couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Crispy bacon. Sorry, I can't get past it.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, we've been watching Lost.
We have.
And how are you feeling about it now? How are you feeling about it now?
Now. I feel good about it now. I think it's very interesting. I am the vast minority who did not watch Lost when it originally came out.
Right, and we should clarify for anyone who's new,
mm-hmm.
That back in the day we tried to do this.
Yes.
And you were not having it. You were not a happy Hannah.
No, I was not. For whatever reason, I just wasn't vibing with it.
You were
having a good time.
An ornery Olga.
That's what they say. Yeah.
that is what they say. No, I'm just curious. Even if you hate it, we're still gonna watch the whole thing. So there's right. That. You can be honest. It's not going to change anything. This will happen. That being said, though, I do like that there was like this cultural phenomenon of like when episodes would come out, people would have like a conversation about what they thought it meant. It felt like the entire world was playing like a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Or like trying to solve a mystery. And I think that if there were more things like that, maybe the world could be better. Do you know what I mean? Like there would be more things that brought everyone together to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's my opinion.
Well, like when we were watching Raised by Wolves, I think that was a show that only like one episode a week came out. Right. And so it was really fun for us to watch that. And then we would talk about, oh, did you notice like when this happened, this, like it could have been this thing, or, maybe there was like something weird in the background that wasn't acknowledged, but it could mean something. That kind of theory crafting was really fun.
Yeah, and the thing is that I would tell you to go watch Raised by Wolves, but they took it down off of HBO.
I know.
What a dumb thing to do.
That is upsetting.
They canceled it, and then they banished it into oblivion. Like, what?
That show was great.
I really, really like that show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell they're doing canceling shows like that. I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
48 seasons of Walking Dead can't get fucking can't get a just a full series run. All right.
Apparently not.
There's a spinoff Walking Dead too, by the way, on HBO. Crazy. Yeah. So we didn't have a plan for the intro today. We were spending a lot of time trying to get Baldur's Gate 3 to work for the stream today.
Yeah. Still experiencing some crashes, which I feel like every time there's a patch, the issues with the game get worse, which
they do.
That it should be the opposite.
Yeah. I get that it's a big game. I get that just through the nature of like an open beta test, the beginning of the game is going to get more eyes on it.
Mm-hmm.
So like let's say you put a game out for 10,000 people to play, right? Everyone is all 10,000 are going to play that opening, right? The opening scene, the whole first chunk. And then without no slight against the game, but sometimes people get busy or sometimes people just aren't into it.
Yeah.
And so those will fall off. And so you have a smaller sample size of testers. Some people don't make it to the end of the game because they play slower. Some people really like really taking their time. And so just as by proxy of that fact, the beginning of games are going to generally be more polished than the end of the game.
Yes.
And I'm aware of that. I totally get that. But things that are working, all of a sudden not working when a new patch comes out, that's a different thing.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I always want everything to be done when I buy it. I think that feels like a fair thing to want. I don't think I get that the job's complicated. I don't want to like take anything away from that. But I do think that if I'm giving money to you, then we're past the point of building.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I don't know how I feel about some of this, but I took a few pictures earlier from some of just the funny shit, like the I'll just read it to you because it's very strange.
Okay.
It says you failed to win the grand prize, but fear not, grotesque one, try again, be victorious. And then in parentheses it says Gen check magic pocket gold 6057 AD05 9492-4630 9FOA BE 54 8B13 C54.
Cool.
Now I'm not look, lots of people talk lots of different ways. Right? I get he's a djinn, right? Maybe they have a different lingo that I'm unaware of. But that feels like an error. That feels like some kind of like link to an event that was supposed to be in code and not read. And that's a small one, right? That's a not game breaking thing. It does feel a little weird, takes you out of it a little bit, but not crippling. Whenever you go to sleep in Act 3 and it disconnects you, that one's a big one.
Yes.
Sometimes you're just standing there and you like go to drink a glass of water, and then your game crashes. That's weird. Because that's not even a doing anything type of thing. That's not like a function glitched. And also whenever you send the error reporter, it turns all your settings back to default is pretty annoying. Because I've seen the same tutorial for screen panning about 10,000 times, and I'm fucking annoyed with it.
Yeah, it's really frustrating.
That being said, I do think this is a great game. It would be greater if I could play it all the way.
Yes.
That seems like a thing.
Just let people play games and let people watch shows even though they came out like a year ago.
I don't know. There's something going on with the money people behind projects that feels like it's really starting to... I saw people playing Starfield the other day. And they're like, it's great. It's the best game I've ever played. I'm like, no, it's not. It's objectively not. You know how I know? Because people are falling through the bottom of your ship, like on the regular.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This guy was like, hey, I want to check out this little mini ship that you can park in the back of your ship and you can fly it out of the back. And as soon as he flew it out, it just exploded. And I was like, sweet.
Not great.
Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a thing going on between the money people and the art people, and I think the art people need to be more in charge of things. Because the money people seem like they're doing a piss poor job.
Yeah.
HBO is no longer called HBO. It was the pinnacle of fucking scripted television. Right? Oh, I'm sorry, not TV, it's HBO.
Right.
But then they got rid of that perfect branding, the branding that people would kill for, to go ahead and get Max. Their title is now Max.
Max is a terrible
worst thing.
Like if I go to someone and I'm like, hey, I watched this show, and I describe a cool show and they're like, oh, where do I watch it? If I say HBO, you know what
there's a credibility. Yeah.
If I say, oh, I saw it on Max, that sounds like it's on some like
Crackle
weird streaming service that nobody's heard of, and it might steal your credit card information.
Yeah, I saw it on Vidiball. You know Vidiball?
Right. You have to subscribe using Dogecoin.
Yeah, and also they need your home address, your phone number, and preferably your fingerprint.
They do want you to make a photocopy of your driver's license when you create an account.
Right. And you have to press your tongue print against the front screen of your phone so they can get a good scan. They use tongue biometrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Also, they're gonna send you this little cup and you gotta spit in there and then send it back to them. And in 6 to 8 weeks you can watch videos on Vidiball.
That's right.
Is that the one I said? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. We're in a transitional phase, I think, between fucking the end of the world and still being alive.
Yeah.
So, hey, all things considered, it could be worse.
It's true.
I mean, we could be on YouTube Premium. Jesus, just pack it in at that point. Do we post these to YouTube?
We
Whoops.
do. Yep. We sure do.
Whoops. My bad. I mean, the vast content library that YouTube has. All right. You want to go to the episode?
Yeah, I think we should go to the episode while we still can.
Yeah, while you guys still can.
This is Return to Ravenloft, Season 2, Episode 8, Mirritated.
That's a good title.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, concise.
Right. Too bad we'll never know who came up with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably some brilliant genius with perfect hair. All right, let's all go around the room and we'll just say one word that we think is going to embody the energy of tonight's game. Rachel, would you like to start?
Exasperated.
Nate?
Penile.
Duark.
Didn't hear you.
Nobody heard you.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yum.
Yum. Okay. I think it's going to be bung flower.
Oh.
All right, let's begin this game.
Does anybody remember what the fuck happened?
Yeah, we just met my daughter and got my boat back.
We met your daughter. We didn't get your boat back. That much I do.
Shit back.
We're on the boat, right?
No, we're not.
Oh, we're still in that
right.
hideout.
Sorry, I guess I knew that, but I just felt like I was there already. I felt like I crossed that finish line.
Dees is trying to gaslight the rest of us into agreeing that we're on his ship.
So we're on the boat, right?
Yeah, we're on the houseboat plane ship. Yeah.
House ship boat plane.
So we know that we saw Victor and Relaena come back through the portal.
Roger. Victor, Roger. Victor.
Over, under.
Yep. Closed it. Victor is missing an arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then Relaena said, "Hi, Dad."
And you guys are upstairs. Again, I'm out. I wasn't able to finish the ship map yet.
Well, that's fine. We're not there.
I know.
Hey,
fuck
off, Rachel. Don't.
Wait, did you say ship map or shit map?
Ship.
Do you want a shit map? Because mine always looks like Florida.
I just was trying to
it's just sort of long and tube shaped and hangs.
I wasn't for sure if I had fallen asleep for a couple of minutes during the last time we recorded and forgot something or missed it. I don't know.
Dees, for my notes, how do you spell Relaena?
Relaena.
Okay, thank you.
And don't spell it weird or I'll give you a hard time about it.
Dude, she's going to shorthand it in her notes and
you know what? Fuck you, D-Walk. I don't want to hear about
Yeah.
name spelling. I have had to correct Kavir from Keeper 10,000 times through your journals, but Relaena was right the first time.
Keevir.
He does Keavir. Keever. And every time I see it, I'm like, this motherfucker. Right?
If you look through my notes, it's spelled differently about 5 different ways.
Oh my God. It's crazy to me because I was like, the AE part is actually in Relaena's name. And you got that right over there.
Well, that's because you typed it out for me and I kept notes on that one.
What was the joke I made? Leave it to Keever.
Leave it to Keever.
Oh man.
All right.
Have you seen the horror? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go for it. No, go for it.
Have you seen the Winnie the Pooh horror movie yet?
I saw the trailer.
It is insanity. The rights apparently on it went up. It's actually a real, Rachel. It's real.
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh rights went up.
Hold on, I'll just share. I'll just share. Give me 1 second.
You guys do that. I just got a message. Go outside and see if you smell a gas smell. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh shit. Okay.
She's gonna fart on him when she walks outside. Oh. I have this weird feeling that we're leading up to fucking Victor having an undead arm.
Oh, I think that like when he gets an arm back,
he'll reattach it and then keep it alive via necromantic magic and have an arm, but it'll be like rotted.
And then like the arm has a mind of its own, and then it becomes buddies with the undead hand that I
have. Yeah, they have a special like DAP.
All right, sorry about that.
Fuck up a ring of fire.
Got your
yeah, and they're adults, so at this point, if they can't figure out what to do, then I can't help them anymore.
But did they find out? Did you find out who it was?
Yeah, it's at the opposite ass end of where I am in my neighborhood. So now it is what it is.
Okay.
So sorry, we can get started now. 40 minutes.
No, it's cool.
It's all right.
A few minutes to make sure someone doesn't blow up. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are upstairs.
Kestrel is just gonna kind of stand back. She doesn't know these people.
Now is Kestrel upstairs now as well, or?
Yeah, I think I was up there.
Okay. And we believe we have one of them left alive. Upstairs.
Do we?
Was that?
There was one that you made get on the ground, and I think they listened. I'm not sure.
Oh,
that's
right.
Yeah. Was that the one I?
Yeah, I have.
Was that the one I blinded?
There's one downstairs blind, and then there's one upstairs that has not taken any damage. So.
Okay.
And this is the shadow.
Oh, maybe Kess is still downstairs with the one that she told to, like, get on the ground, basically.
All right. And I believe we left off with Victor passed out, right?
Yeah, I think he went through, he was talking, and then he collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and she did the wrist, and Relaena did the wrist thing with Kavir.
Yeah. But let's replay that part, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was towards the end, and the kind of better to get into it.
No, that's fine.
Let's take it off from "Hey Dad," I think was the line.
She lays Victor gently down, unconscious, and looks up. Hi, Dad. She reaches a hand out to you.
I'll do it.
Well, she stands up and walks towards you and reaches a hand out.
I'll stand and observe for a moment and then move my hand out.
She slips her hand into your sleeve and taps her middle finger on your wrist. I believe I got that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it right.
Well, no, that was me, DM, saying I believe I got your professional lore right.
And that was Kavir speaking out through the third wall.
Okay.
It's only third wall because it's 2-dimensional in my head. Because they're comics.
She kind of looks past you. Sees Rain standing there. And she pulls her hand back and starts going through her pouches quick and pulls out a small baggie and walks over to Victor, pops open, puts the salt under his nose, and he shakes him. His eyes wake up and she's like, "You gotta stop." Pats him on the head and stands up.
So some introductions might be in order.
She's like, "That would be nice. Relaena from the Dark Universe.
I'm aware you were in the floor under my lab for a while.
They call their own universe the Dark Universe?
No, she's read Kavir's journals enough to know what he calls it.
Okay. All right.
Wow, that's branding if I ever heard it though.
But the context would be that we somehow perceive light universe like a positive, right? So maybe when we call it light universe versus their dark universe, maybe they see what we're saying as the gross version. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're from a realm that skews evil, then you know what I mean? A light universe.
Seeing a goody two shoes is like finding mold in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look at us. We came to a universe filled with a bunch of Boy Scouts that do everything right. Lame. Am I the nerdy dad now? Is that me?
Yeah, you're leaning in that direction.
Oh.
Sorry.
Victor begins to stand up one-handed against the wall and pushes himself up. Chug's over. You gonna live? Yeah.
I gotta hand it to you. You did a really bang-up job here.
He moves his hand. You see a mage hand pop up with a middle finger.
Are you impressing me with a cantrip?
No, I just couldn't think of anything smarter to say.
Yeah, well, that's definitely in your wheelhouse. All right. Where's my boat, kid?
Have you hit puberty to drive it yet?
You want to lose that other arm?
He's like,
maybe I'll make you lose the leg too. So you just lay on your side.
He kind of walks over to you and looks down at you about 2 inches. This is odd.
Is it?
Certainly is from my angle.
12 said you would be taller. Like you'd be you.
Well, some things went awry. And the bake had to come out a little early out of the oven.
Give me a perception.
Okay. Shit. 22 total.
All right. You've known Victor long enough to know when he's messaging.
Mm-hmm.
You assume he's possibly messaging her, and there's a second conversation going on.
To Relaena?
Relaena. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna smack him in the face. Stop that. We're all in the room. I smacked him on the side. His arm was missing, so that way he couldn't defend. It's all tactical over here.
Yeah. I feel so out of
that gas extra.
Say again?
Nate, you got any of that gas extra?
Nope.
All right. Hold on.
Not unless you count the dominoes. It's currently
coursing through his veins.
Look at that angry dad face.
Yeah. The side of the map.
We turned. Oh shit, we got a camera turn. Ooh. Someone got their ass beat. Get him.
Let's throw off his energy by saying weird things in his ear while he's trying to be tough guy dad.
Hi, my name is G-Walk and I'm a badass. Hi. I'm gonna spank your butt.
Still better than the fucking Mario voices. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. Gotta do it very white.
Woohoo! You kids are gonna sleep with the fishes if you don't shut the fuck up there.
I'm gonna shut my arms so far up your ass. We go to Jim Hens and talk you all the way to bed.
You're gonna wake up with a horse head in your bed again.
I'm gonna give you a Kermit feast.
I'm gonna stuff a cannoli up your ass if you don't be quiet and go to bed.
You shouldn't have said anything other than a cannoli. Cannoli has a cream feeling. It's in a bad context.
Woohoo, look at me, I'm parenting.
Like D-Walk is modeling to go on the next coin. Sideways. Give me the old sideways.
You got him to break.
We're gonna call it the turbo dime. It's actually worth 12 cents.
He said they're trying to be so serious as dad and like clamp down. He's just we're getting him to break character.
This is like someone trying to be on a phone call while you tickle their grundle.
Oh.
D-Walk like a squid fingers. Lights out.
Oh,
Guerrilla radio. Turn that shit off.
Oh God.
That's a dad version of Rage Against the Machine. It's called Rage Against the Washing Machine. Lights out.
Lights on.
Lights
Guerrilla
on.
radio.
Okay.
Turn that shit off. Lights out. Guerrilla radio.
All right.
And scene.
Do you remember
Yes.
Richard Cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Richard
He had
Cheese.
a song on one of
Dawn of the
the
Dead.
new like
Ah.
Dawn of the Dead.
Right, and it's where they
I'll be right
it's
back.
this lounge singer.
Okay.
It's a lounge singer that would take popular songs and
Yeah, okay, I remember.
convert
now,
them
yeah.
to lounge music.
Yeah, he did that. Was it like Down with the Sickness for?
Yeah, my favorite. Hold on, I'll show you. Shit.
Yeah, it was called Lounge Against the Machine was his yeah. Okay. Welcome to the Jungle. Oh, he did a cover. He did a cover of Me So Horny from Two Live Crew.
I think weird song mashups like that are so much fun.
Right.
There's like a really good one of Nine Inch Nails' Head Like a Hole and Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe. And it's
Oh.
so good.
A lot of the music in America, this is why it's so cool, is done in 4/4 time and with the same measures and beats, right? So like,
Yep.
Like pretty much everything overlays with everything, and so culturally, we got to a point where like now we have so many songs and so many times and so many rhythms, and they're all 4/4, so they all fit. So sometimes wildly distant genres of music can just lay right on top and sound perfect.
Mhm.
So then it's just a matter of tuning up or tuning down the backtracks to make some really interesting stuff. There's an Eminem Britney Spears mix that's so fucking weird. Anyway, but they're all 4/4, so easy peasy.
Yeah.
Also, the song Toxic sucks, but that fucking violin hit is so good.
True. David, did you hide the bodies?
Oh no, I had to get my third whiskey.
Gonna say, did you eat one of your young? Because that's how nature tends to solve these problems.
All right, sorry.
All right. So we've gotten about 2 minutes of
Yep.
game
Yep.
in this hour-long recording so far.
Sorry.
All good.
Try to double it this next hour.
Okay. Thank you.
Relaena looks over. Oh, introductions. Victor, introduce yourself. He looks
Out
Why?
loud.
They kind of look at each other. You sure? He says out loud. She's like, "Yeah, it's him." Victor kind of just he takes a little minute just kind of gauging Kavir for a moment more, and okay. Him looking for the ship was a dead giveaway. Yeah.
All my things are in there.
Yeah.
You know how much I enjoy my things. And I got some more stuff to add to it. So if we could make with the introductions.
Victor's like, "I'm Victor,"
I know who you are.
with his mage hand. And
To him.
oh,
Cass.
Yeah.
Got some friends up here.
Yeah, you're gonna want to
All
come
right.
up here and see this.
All right.
And as I hear the clumping, I'm gonna be like, now try not to lose your shit, but maybe just a little bit because it'll prove my point.
Cass is gonna grab the kid that she blinded last game. She's basically gonna grab him by his hair and she's like pushing him up the stairs ahead of her.
You know what
she
the
doesn't want
thing
to
is?
leave him down the stairs.
There's no way that you can say that you're not AG. Hey, this will be the fourth group of, or like 1, 2, 3, 4. Ludo, me, Rain, Victor, and maybe Relaena. And you're moving a blind kid up the stairs, so it's right in your wheelhouse.
It's not the only blind person she's pushed around.
Yep.
AG likes to assault the
No.
yeah.
the visually
Yeah.
impaired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She'll-
She takes advantage of them. She makes them work.
She'll go up the
Thumbnails.
stairs. Go up the stairs. Kind of stop like in the doorway. I assume she recognizes Victor and Relaena from when she scryed on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Relaena looks over. She kind of just gauges you. Is that her? Victor's kind of just speechless, just looking. You haven't aged a day.
I'm an elf. We do that.
10 years. 10 fucking years. You haven't aged a fucking day.
I don't
You know what? That's
who you
impressive
are.
and everything, but I actually lost years over here, so I'm working backwards. Yeah, sure.
1 second. With the real hand. 1 second.
At least I got the real hand that time.
He walks over and
Cass she's got like one hand where she's like holding the cultist kid
he
by his
moves
hair.
the blind kid out of the way, just pushes
Okay.
him to the ground.
All right. She's got her sword sheathed, but she has like her hand on the just like kind of resting on the hilt.
The sword's right. It's she ruined the armor. Again.
What is
What is this?
with
State
you
the
people?
obvious week?
My armor? This is my
You
armor.
don't get credit for pointing out the obvious, kid. I'm gonna light up a pipe. I'm gonna look at Relaena. Is he always like this?
She's like, when it comes to her, you should have saw how it killed him to kill her.
I'm sure we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't been the same. She looks over in. And you are?
Very, very confused at the moment.
Oh. Are you sure this is her?
Who is she talking to?
You.
Oh yeah.
It's not a mirror copy?
Look. I know it's self-serving maybe to say this, but I am a professional and I know what I'm doing.
She gives you like the head nod, and Victor he gets tears in his eyes for a moment.
Hold on.
He's like,
Hold on, sorry. I didn't mute my watch. That's a total rookie mistake right after calling myself a professional. You can redo that last part. Sorry.
it's all good. I'm about to mute my phones right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, but Rachel edited that part for me, but not you.
Oh, okay.
You guys. I just don't want to ruin the moment because it was.
No, I get you. No, he gets tears in his eye and he wipes them off.
You all right?
What's wrong with her?
Nothing's wrong. Why are you talking about me like I'm not here? Nothing's wrong with me.
Well, in all fairness, you aren't really here. You're kind of here a little bit, but not all the way here.
It's like she's not even Adri anymore.
I'm not Adri. My name's Kestrel.
10 years
Yeah,
ago, she was already starting to lose some of her memory. It looks like time took
He
care of
starts
the rest.
laughing.
10 years ago, I was fine.
He's
I'm
he
fine
starts
now.
laughing like stupid for a second and backs up. The goddamn memory curse.
I'm gonna look at Kestrel and be like, doesn't it seem weird that everyone thinks this except for you? Isn't that weird?
Why didn't Ludo prepare her for it?
He tried.
Seems like it's everyone that is friends with you thinks this.
Yeah, because we were.
I wouldn't call us friends. You two were friends. We are more like the kid that
look
dragged.
at her. I'm gonna look at her, light a pipe slowly, like.
I was more like the kid that tagged along after my parents died.
Well, I'm glad you said it, not me.
Well, you guys kind of did throw a doll at me and steal me.
I didn't throw it all. I never threw it all at you.
I remember being picked up unconsciously and carried out.
That might have been me.
No, it was Ragnick. But
oh, you meant that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that.
I'm just better at it, so you didn't wake up. You didn't notice. You ever wake up in weird places?
I can't help but feel like a caterer at a family reunion right now. I don't know where I should stand.
Over there.
Wait, so Adri became Kestrel the Hunter?
No, I've always been Kestrel.
Since 10 years ago, yeah.
He's like, oh, Jesus. I heard of her. If I would have known the two were the same. Oh, Jesus, she's been here the whole fucking time.
Yeah, it's almost like you should give me that jacket back because you couldn't do simple research. It took me literally a couple hours.
Relaena's like, Victor. He looks over. Yeah, we still have the warlock. Ah, fuck. The leader. He's still here. Ah, damn, I'm almost out of spell slots.
What leader?
The fraternity. You're not the head of the Fraternity of Shadows, but the one that runs this safe house. When we hit it the first time, he was out. But he's returned. The dragons are out there, right?
Yep, locked up.
Not for long. The secret entrance to the basement's in the barn. It's probably where he was if you guys haven't crossed him yet.
Oh, you're talking about the exit. Yeah, I heard them talking about that when I went through there. That's why I bolted it from the outside.
You ever known a lock that worked on a mage?
Yeah. I figured that if he's going to open, it'd probably be audible.
He looked over. You're missing about 4 swords. She's like, fuck!
Still carrying extras, huh?
She gives you a half smile.
You know, maybe a weapon chain would help. Like in the training. You guys have that on your end?
Yeah. So.
Rain, you look confused. This is
just trying to process all of this. So
this is my daughter. Not really my daughter. Let's call her stepdaughter for now. That makes things easier.
Does it?
Yeah, because technically it wasn't me, but it was me. But it wasn't me. There's a mirror version of me who had a daughter who looks very similar to my daughter, named the same name. That's Relaena. This here is a schmuck that I tried to teach to be a professional who apparently can't find a person who's sitting in the same city with them.
This is the kid that stole your houseboat ship plane.
Right, Victor. Yeah. That's
right.
him. Nick should be around here somewhere. Borrowed. Yeah, that's a distinction worth talking about. Where's Nick? I assume Nick still exists. He's on the ship?
Yeah, him and Serena are on the ship.
That's Serena.
The
one with the plaque.
Yeah. She left you flowers every year before we left.
Yeah. Well, apparently.
If it makes you feel better, she's actually the one that made sure they gave you the plaque. They weren't even going to put it in the garden, but Serena said you had to have it.
Going to make sure that we discuss things.
Uncle's a dick sometimes. He said you didn't want any credit like that, that you like to keep your anonymity, or I fucked up that word.
I was like, is he having a stroke? You give the like hit him with the salt again.
He lost an arm. He's low on blood. Give him some credit there.
So
all right. So if I get this straight, your daughter from another universe,
right?
Your apprentice.
Yeah.
He shrugs. Ow. Still raw.
All right.
So the mirror thing is another universe?
Well, that's
oh my
the way
God, this is tripping me out. Would you just get it together, lady? You're killing me here.
Kestrel's gonna gesture at Relaena. She's like, well, she said before that maybe I was a mirror, so maybe
you're not a mirror.
Maybe I'm a mirror.
I know the mirror.
You're Adri. You're Adri. Maybe we look alike, just like me and her.
Victor, no, look, that's Adri. That's 100% Adri.
I know.
That's Adri logic. That's Adri logic.
Yeah.
All I know is
I checked her bag for sheets, but apparently she's lost that trope.
Does she at least still have the hand?
I'm certain it's around here somewhere.
She's got a horse. I know that.
Yeah.
She still has Strahd's nightmare.
She rides it around.
It's my horse.
In public.
Yeah, I ride my horse around.
Yeah. We have loads of things to get back acquainted and to go over all the details. We can do that, preferably in a place where it's not surrounded by enemies.
Well, that'd be preferable. I got what I came for.
I think we should go back to the boat.
He hasn't stopped talking about it since we left.
Well, if we're going back to this ship finally, and Kestrel's gonna look over at like the two young apprentice dudes that we haven't killed yet, and then she's gonna like unsheath her sword a little bit and like kind of nod her head towards them, like, you want me to kill them?
No.
Victor's like,
you want to leave
really?
them?
I don't want to leave them. We have a long history of adapting little annoying shits into useful members. You know how to tie some knots?
They will nod their heads. I'm like, Victor, we don't have room for them on the ship.
It's easier if we just kill them.
Yeah, okay. Well, you keep that in the back of your mind next to your other personality who would hate you for saying that.
I mean, we can displace them if you want.
I just think it's fine to just keep them with us temporarily.
I wasn't saying kill them.
She was.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
we have one more thing we got to do.
What's that?
There's a mirror downstairs.
Take me to it now.
Wondered when you'd ask.
I didn't know it existed.
Somebody didn't do their homework on the place.
I know we're not talking about that from a guy who couldn't place a person who looks exactly like she's always looked in a city.
I'm also not the one that couldn't convince her this whole time that's who she was.
You want to take a whack at it? I'd be happy to be proven wrong.
I think you're both wrong and I'm the mirror.
Okay, that's not us being incorrect at the same time and you being right at the same time is a mathematical improbability.
The question is, she thinks she's a mirror. Does she ever remember actually walking through the mirror?
She doesn't even know what the mirror is.
I know.
She just heard us talk about it.
If she knew what the mirror was, she'd be hunting them.
Yeah, well, then maybe be quiet until we can get this one back to the lab.
I just found out about mirrors myself.
We have one in the lab.
Yeah, now we're going to have two. So let's get the other one. Let's go, Armless. Let's go.
There's a few things I want to pick up while I'm up here. Short stack.
Short stack, please. I'll grow taller. How are you going to get smarter over time? You've had plenty. You're still a schmuck.
He's doing his best just to kind of melt into the background at this point. He thinks it's safer there.
Like Homer Simpson.
Like Homer Simpson going into the shrubs. Yeah, just slowly disappear out into like the blue wallpaper and gone.
Rain. When you're capturing a vessel, do you tend to wear a hat?
Sometimes.
So like a particular kind?
A piratey hat, I suppose you could say.
I want to take out a little notebook that just kind of pops out on my out of my sleeve.
Has that been there the whole time?
Pop out a quill that's freshly dipped in ink. Tell me, what are you thinking? Thinking about like a tricorn type deal, or are you thinking maybe something a little more modern?
Oh,
I'm
modern.
gonna stand next to him. I'm gonna lean over and I'm gonna sketch out a couple shapes.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
Oh, well, that's not bad. Maybe a slightly larger feather there. Maybe make the band a little thicker.
You know what? I knew we had some stuff in common. I'm a big feather fan myself. I don't get to wear them out and about anymore because the cleaning. But I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? I have a hat that I think would look great on you.
Do you? Is it at your shipboat house?
I'm gonna make it for you.
Oh, I didn't realize you were also a tailor.
What color are you thinking?
Oh, well, no, something dark, dark brown, maybe a dark blue.
Thinking leather?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay. Feather color?
White.
Bold. I like that. All right. I'm gonna have the drawing when I kind of point it to you. How's that looking?
That looks fine.
That's good.
Seems
good catch.
I appreciate the sentiment. It seems like a little bit of a weird time to be bringing this up with everything going on, but
it's important. And then I'm gonna take 2 fingers. I'm gonna dip it into my sleeve. I'm kind of moving around in there, and I'm gonna pull it out. And my fingers have red charcoal on them, and I'm going to make 2 little etch marks over the feather. I think that's perfect. What do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Excellent. I'm gonna close it up. I'm gonna take my my fingers. I'm gonna wipe it on Victor's cloak.
Dick. He comes out with Relaena walks out with a bag of garlics. They're not spuds, they're garlic bulbs. Red
garlic
ones,
spuds.
just
boy, this is the most Russian place I've ever heard.
Right. You see him like actually kind of like red and soaked in blood. Adria, you recognize him as a blood seeker garlic. You actually throw them at vampires and they actually lock into their skin and immobilize them.
Oh, nice.
The problem is you actually have to soak it in vampire blood and grow it in vampire blood and deal with a style of blood magic, which most people just don't want to mess with that kind of danger.
I've got vampire blood in the lab. Unless you've gone through my supplies.
Not all of it.
Excellent. Remember when I had your dad in a bottle? Oh, you don't remember that?
No. So
I thought it'd be funny to put him in the lab just so I could say I had an elf on the shelf. But for now, I guess we'll just station that one and we'll come back to it when you can appreciate it in its
Speaking of the elf, where is Ludo?
Oh God, I hope he's dead.
It's the little entertaining moments like that that'll keep you going.
Aw. Javir's upset that his boyfriend's gone.
It's not my boyfriend, but could have been. And I'm gonna look at Cass and be like, eh? It'll be funny later.
You've been saving that one for 10 years?
I'm not saving it. It just came up.
No, not you. Him.
Oh.
Well,
okay, Rain, here, let me explain. Her dad, when I first met her, made a move at me.
My dad's been dead since I was a child. I grew up in an orphanage.
Nothing you say can be trusted. So then he sort of made eyes at me, and I used that in order to leverage it to get information. And since then, I've been sort of teasing the fact that I could have been her stepfather.
That's disturbing.
Victor's like, verily.
Hmm.
Shall we? We have two small dragons to deal with and a warlock.
Hmm. I'm just kind of muttering as myself as we go down the stairs, though. But he is a bard. I guess that would make sense. He was kind of flirtatious to some of the crew.
I am an overwhelming target, let me tell you.
Rain thinks back and he's like, oh man, that one encounter, that one conversation I had with Ludo makes so much more sense now.
It does make a whole lot more sense now. I can't believe I was so stupid and didn't see the signs.
As I'm starting to walk down the stairs, all of a sudden my arm kind of pulls back and bones kind of twist. And I collapse and fall forward as my body's kind of spasming out.
Oh God, he's doing it again.
Cass is gonna step on Kavir's jacket to make sure he doesn't roll down the stairs while this is happening. He's been doing this periodically. Just give him a minute.
It's real gross.
Oh my God. That kind of sucked.
All done?
Oh, hey, the voice is normal.
Yeah, the face is wrinklier too.
I'm not that old.
Says you. Go look in the mirror downstairs.
I didn't grow the rest of the way.
Well, compared to what you look like 5 seconds ago, you certainly look older.
Thank you. I'm gonna straighten my tie up.
Does this happen a lot?
It's been happening with some frequency, yes.
When I first met him, he was this tall.
Yeah, he was definitely prepubescent.
I think my
genetics something really went wrong.
I think my genetics wouldn't let me be shorter than Victor for very long.
Oh,
boy, that is some weird.
Your clothes are a little snugger, but everything still fits.
Looking good though, right? I'm gonna like kind of twist my shirt around a little bit.
Yeah, you look like you got high waters on, but sure.
I can let those out in a minute.
Issues with the chamber back home?
Yeah. Orphos didn't get enough time to go all the way through the process, so we sort of had to make haste. Then I was kicked through a portal, pretty certain, and ended up in a grave. Or, well, a funeral. Second time I've been in a box in that guy's church.
Wait. 12 made sure you showed up in the...
She's not without a sense of whimsy, it would seem.
Relaena's like, so your 12 has a sense of humor. That's cute.
I want to look around at everyone in the room and be like, it brings me to my next point. Marriage is a sham. Never do that.
Okay.
You sure he's from this universe? Because that sounds just like the other one.
Well, great.
Like, just like, no, it's ours.
There's another one of him.
There's a few. There's a few.
Pray that you don't meet that one.
Yeah, because he doesn't like to stay dead.
Killed him twice.
Oh.
He's outpacing me with rebirth, and it's very frustrating.
Is he like a revenant? Because I've hunted those before.
No, this will.
No, all three of them are like, no.
Oh, all right.
All right. Shall we?
Lead on.
He keeps side glancing at Kestrel.
She's not going to revert, so we're gonna have to do something about that.
There's only 2 things to do about that.
I'm aware. Let's get to the boat. Quotation marks.
Okay. Wait, if you're not affected by it, that means when Aslan, the curse lifted with him.
Could just be that I'm much smarter than everyone here. And so I'm less affected by
the thieves cancel each other. Mm-hmm. And walk down.
Stop doing that. I can see when you do that.
They eye
taught
glanced
the
at each
other
other.
you how to do it, and I taught you how to do it. And by the way, I'm gonna hold my hand up and do it at them correctly. I'm like, that's how you do it.
Uh-oh. Victor and Relaena are passing notes to each other.
Ooh.
Is Kes saying this or is it?
Rachel is saying this.
Well, Rachel can shut the fuck up then.
Kes does not care.
signing out and thieves can't do you like me, yes or no.
And I'm gonna take his hand and twist it. No.
Son-in-law.
Oh god, don't even fucking one-armed. One-armed can't find a person in the same fucking city they're in.
Realm.
Whatever. Because the population's so dense here.
They begin to head downstairs. You guys head downstairs.
We just leaving those two up there? We're not worried about them attacking us?
Well, we're outnumbered. We could tie them up, I guess.
It's just like, yeah, I could use some HP if you want. Give me a couple minutes with them.
Just tie them up. Relaena, let's test your ability. Tie him up.
All right. She walks up and reaches into a pouch and pulls out another little baggie and under both their noses, and they collapse. No need.
That sleep spore?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Let me guess. Raised by 12?
For a time before Dad killed her.
Well, I guess he's not all bad.
Nah, that
was a joke.
Yeah, he was a joy to live with. Him and his sight.
Well, our friend here had a dinner with him way back when.
Victor told me. It's in your journal too.
I bet it is. Hey, what's the read through on that journal? Couple hours?
Off and on over the years.
Hey. How many times is my name in there? Bunch, right?
Oh, I was talking about you logged the incident in your journal.
Oh. Wow. Damn. All right. Well, let's continue.
Yeah, Victor said Adria kept the journal, but it was never found.
It's actually in her bag.
Yeah, look, your Adri friend, she died like 10 years ago.
This is exhausting, isn't it? It's only been a few minutes for you guys, and I bet you're already tired of it.
I met her. I have her journal.
You met her?
Yeah, and then she died.
Right.
How?
Just this place. She couldn't, just drained her, I guess. I don't know. I buried her out by some road.
Out by some road.
Okay.
What road?
Victor's like, all right, you convinced me. Let's go to the ship.
What if I'm just thinking out loud. Like, what if we were to go to the place where you buried her and she wasn't there anymore? Wouldn't that be weird?
This was 10 years ago. I don't remember what road it was.
You also don't remember what mirror you walked out of.
She didn't walk out of a mirror. She's from here.
I know. Actually, she's from a small cottage off the skirts of a town. Raised by her mother.
I grew up in an orphanage that was run by a hag who was eating some of the children.
Mm-hmm.
Relaena and Victor look at each other. That sounds like she's been reading the other Adri's journal.
Well, again.
Downstairs, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism. We really appreciate you coming in and listening. We also really appreciate all the people who support our Patreon. By supporting the Patreon, You're going to get behind the scene uncut clips that you'll get to see sort of like maybe the tissue behind some of the edited, cleaned up content. And you'll get that whenever we have a big block of it to drop, as well as any updates or any information behind the scenes stuff that we think the Patreons would like to know. So if you'd like to support our Patreon and help us continue making the high quality, high octane podcast that you've come to expect, go ahead to patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Thank you. And as usual, the invoice is in the mail.
All right.
I have my character sheet up, and I'm a professional.
Is that your story?
Professional.
Mm-hmm.
Professional.